Your cat is asleep on the couch, eyes closed, body loose, completely still. And then you grab your keys, and something changes. The moment the front door clicks shut, your cat sinks deeper into that nap than it ever did while you were home. Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever wondered why the house feels calmer to your cat than you do? It sounds strange, almost a little hurtful, but scientists have been looking into this exact pattern, and what they found says something surprising about how your cat's brain actually works. This isn't about affection, it isn't about trust either. At least not in the way you think. It's about something older than your relationship with your cat. Something written into their biology long before cats ever lived in houses. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your cat seems to relax more without you around, and what that tells you about the secret survival instincts still running quietly inside your sweet, sleepy companion. Let's start with something most owners never really think about. Cats spend a huge portion of their lives asleep, somewhere between 12 and 16 hours a day, depending on the cat. That's more than half of their entire existence, spent with their eyes closed. But here's the part most people miss. Not all of that sleep is the same. Cats move between two very different states: light sleep and deep sleep. In light sleep, your cat looks like it's resting, but its senses are still switched on. Ears twitch, whiskers move. If you drop a spoon in the kitchen, their eyes snap open instantly. That's not annoyance, that's instinct. Cat behavior experts explain that light sleep is a kind of half-awake state, a middle ground between rest and readiness. Deep sleep is different. In deep sleep, muscles fully relax, breathing slows, the body lets go completely. This is where real physical recovery happens. But deep sleep also comes with a cost. It takes longer to wake up from. And in the wild, waking up slowly can mean the difference between life and death. This is where things get interesting. Cats didn't evolve in a world where sleeping deeply was automatically safe. Their ancestors were both hunters and prey. They needed to rest, but they also needed to stay alert to threats. So evolution built them a clever system. Their brains constantly evaluate the environment, even during sleep, deciding how deeply they can afford to let go. Researchers who study feline behavior describe this as an ancient survival filter. It's not something your cat consciously chooses. It's automatic, built into the nervous system, shaped by millions of years of instinct. And that filter is exactly why your presence or your absence changes the type of sleep your cat falls into. Here's where most people misunderstand their cats. You might assume your cat sleeps better around you because you make them feel safe. And in some ways that's true. But safety isn't only about comfort. It's about predictability. Cats read environments constantly. Sounds, movement, smells, energy in the room. When you're home, even quietly reading a book, your cat is still processing you, your footsteps, your breathing, the occasional sound of your phone buzzing to your cat's brain. These are all variables to monitor. Not threats exactly, but not silence either. And that subtle monitoring keeps a small part of their brain in light sleep mode, instead of letting them drop fully into deep sleep. But that's only part of the story. Once you leave the house, the environment becomes far more predictable. No footsteps changing direction, no sudden voice, no shifting weight on the couch. Just quiet, steady stillness. Cats are incredibly sensitive to steady environments. Steadiness signals safety in a very primal way. Their nervous system interprets consistent stillness as low risk. And when risk feels low, the brain allows for deeper, more restorative sleep. This is why so many owners notice their cats sprawled out, completely limp, totally undisturbed, right after they've stepped out for work or errands. It's not a rejection of you. It's your cat's ancient internal alarm system finally powering down. What happens next surprises many owners even more. Some cats sleep in odd positions when alone. Belly up, paws stretched, completely exposed. In feline body language, this is one of the most vulnerable postures a cat can take. Exposing the belly means giving up the ability to quickly defend themselves. Cat behaviorists note that cats rarely sleep this way in the presence of unfamiliar noise or movement, but in a quiet, controlled environment, some cats feel secure enough to fully surrender to rest. It's almost like their body is saying, "Nothing is going to happen here, so I don't need to protect myself right now." This raises an important question. Does this mean your cat feels safer without you? Not exactly. Many cats actually show signs of comfort specifically because they know you'll return. Studies on cat attachment suggest that cats form real bonds with their owners, similar in some ways to how young children bond with caregivers. Your absence isn't abandonment to your cat. It's a temporary shift in the environment, one they've learned to predict. And predictability, more than anything else, is what allows a nervous system built for survival to finally relax completely. Here's where the science becomes even more fascinating. Researchers studying sleep patterns in animals have found that unpredictable environments increase something called sleep fragmentation. This means more frequent waking, lighter sleep, and less time spent in deep restorative rest. Predictable environments do the opposite. They allow longer, uninterrupted sleep cycles. Your presence, even when calm, introduces small, unpredictable variables. Your absence removes them. This isn't a reflection of your cat's love for you. It's a reflection of how ancient nervous systems are wired to respond to risk versus safety. But there is another layer to this that most people never consider. Cats are naturally crepuscular, meaning they're most active during dawn and dusk. This instinct comes from their wild ancestors, who hunted during those quiet, low-light hours, when prey was most active and predators were less visible. During the middle of the day, especially when the house is empty, cats often fall into their deepest rest periods. This isn't laziness. It's an ancient rhythm, still ticking beneath the surface of every sleepy, modern house cat. So what does all of this mean for you and your own cat? It means the next time you come home to find your cat in a deep, peaceful sleep, you're witnessing something much bigger than a nap. You're seeing thousands of years of evolutionary instinct playing out quietly in your living room. Your cat isn't avoiding you. It's simply responding to a predictable, low-risk environment, the only way its ancient brain knows how. Understanding this can actually bring you closer to your cat. Instead of feeling hurt when they sleep deeply while you're away, you can appreciate the trust they place in returning to that same safe space, night after night, knowing you'll be there when they wake up. Pay attention next time your cat settles down. Notice their posture. Are they curled protectively or completely relaxed and open? Notice the sounds around them. Is the environment steady or shifting? These small observations reveal a hidden language, one written by evolution long before your cat ever curled up on your couch. Cats may seem mysterious, but their behavior almost always makes sense once you understand the instincts behind it. Sleep isn't just rest for a cat. It's survival strategy, quietly shaping every nap, every stretch, every deep breath they take. So the next time your house goes quiet and your cat finally lets go completely, know that it's not distance from you. It's trust in the world you've built for them, even when you're not standing in it. Now I'd love to hear about your own cat. Does your cat sleep differently when you're away? Have you noticed any unusual positions or habits? Share your story in the comments. I always enjoy reading them. And if today's video helped you understand your cat a little better, consider subscribing for more fascinating dives into feline psychology and behavior. Because the more we understand our cats, the deeper our bond with them becomes, one quiet nap at a time.